Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where two friends jug wine, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents.
Yes, we do.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Lucy. Has anyone seen my vape? It's like light blue.
We're obsessed with that video right now. Ella's lost her vape.
I'm serious, though, you guys.
I'm serious.
Ella, I hope you found your vape.
I really hope you found your vape, Ella. We're really happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
This week, we have a very special fan pick, and it's coming from two fans who have teamed up for this. I'm so happy about this.
This was a fun one.
Really good. Really good. Well done. So Kristen and Carrie, or Kari, Kristen and Carrie,
2Ks,
have a very special fan pick for us this week, and they included this note, quote, "Our dad has been spending his retirement working on his lifelong dream of becoming a published author, and his hard work paid off. Oh, this is really sweet. His first book is coming out in October, and we wanted to do a fan pick episode to celebrate him as we're real proud of him. Oh, yes. My God. His book is called Murder Two Doors Down. It's a murder mystery set in an HOA. Yes.
So honestly, ripe with potential.
So true. So we are hoping to have an episode on HOA crimes.
Yes.
So congratulations to Chuck Storla and his brand new book, Murder Two Doors Down, which sounds like you can get on bookshop.org or find where you can get it on bookshop.org. And I'm sure we will link that either on the blog or somewhere in the notes so that you guys can find it as well.
Oh, yes.
But that's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations.
Chuck's publisher sent me a PDF of his novel, and it is a cozy thriller.
What?
Like, it's at least starts out in first person from like the killer's perspective.
My God, I want it. I need it for them winter nights.
I know. It was very engrossing. I have to finish it. But Chuck, you're a talented writer. And
we're pumped for you. That's a huge deal.
Your kids love ya.
Mega congrats. You know what? We're going to it's rare that we provide this sound clip for anybody other than, an acclaimed guest. But we're going to give you a little round of applause on your incredible accomplishment. We are here for it. We're here for it.
Chuck.
But you better be careful or else I will use this one. Just kidding. I would never boo you. Congratulations. And yes, that means our fan pick episode this week is HOA Crimes. But the fan picking does not stop there because sweet Kristen and Kari have included their wine pairing, which is also in honor of their dad, Chuck, because it's his favorite, Coke Zero.
And they also said because they typically don't allow alcohol at HOA meetings.
That's probably for the best. Those things are buck wild enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be real honest with you. I hate Coke Zero. I am a Diet Coke girly all the way. I don't like the taste of Coke Zero. I don't like the lingering aftertaste of Coke Zero. It's not for me. But it did get me thinking, why are the flavors of Coke Zero and Diet Coke so different? And I get that, like, Diet Coke isn't really trying to taste like Coca-Cola the way that Coke Zero is trying to taste like Coca-Cola. And if I want a Coca-Cola taste, I'm just going to have a full sugar Coke. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to take the insulin and just go for it. Diet Coke is like a totally different drink. So I get it. I'm not yucking anybody's yum. People who love Coke Zero. If you're a Diet Pepsi person, you're a lunatic. And yes, I'm talking directly to my Aunt Gail. That shit is nasty. I don't know who hurt you.
You know,
that's
like
a judgment I'll make.
Is it caffeine-free Pepsi? It's in like a gold can.
Caffeine-free Diet Coke, the gold can. That's just mean. Like,
yeah.
Why are you trying to hurt yourself? I don't understand. But I Googled what's the difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero, and I found this article from tasteofhome.com.
Taste of Home.
Written by Gail Fashionbauger Cooper in July of 2023.
Wow.
I love her. Do Diet Coke and Coke Zero have the same ingredients and same flavor? You might be surprised by the results of our research. Coke Zero versus Diet Coke, a clash of the titans. Now, I'm an 80s kid, and for decades, Diet Coke was my beverage of choice. Sorry, Tab, your pink cans were stylish, but the soda was no good. Diet Coke came out in the summer of 1982, and it was the Star Wars of low-cal drinks. Light years better than any other diet beverage. Agreed. For the first time, a diet soda existed that didn't remind you that it was low-calorie with every sad sip. I couldn't imagine Coca-Cola ever making a different diet soda. But then, in 2005, along came Coke Zero. Someone in the Coca-Cola labs wanted to make a diet drink that tasted more like a full-sugar Coke. Did it work? Do these two beverages really have a different taste? Or is Coke Zero just a trendy name? Here's why the Coca-Cola logo is red and will always be. Actually, that might not be associated with this. That might be an ad. Here we go. Are Diet Coke and Coke Zero different? Diet Coke and Coke Zero both have 0 sugar and 0 calories, and the ingredient lists are similar. Both consist of carbonated water, caramel color, phosphoric acid, potassium benzoate, aspartame, natural flavors, quote unquote, and caffeine, though you can buy caffeine-free versions of both. Look for the packaging with gold accents. Good call, Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Coke Zero has 2 ingredients, however, that Diet Coke lacks: potassium citrate and acetylsulfame potassium.
Acetaminophen.
Oh, no. Oh, honey, no. Acetylsulfame potassium. And Diet Coke has 1 ingredient that is not in Coke Zero: citric acid. So this goes on for a long time. It's like a full interview, but that's probably the main difference.
It's a full interview.
So she did a Coca-Cola taste test. And in the interview that they did with Anna Wheeler, health and nutrition manager for Coca-Cola, Great Britain, she said that, quote, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar looks and tastes more like Coca-Cola Classic, while Diet Coke has a lighter taste because it's made with a different blend of flavors. So they're not meant to taste the same. What's meant to taste the same is Coke Zero and Coca-Cola. And I do not agree that they taste the same.
That's where it just fell a bit short.
It really fell a bit short. But our girl Gail did a taste test. I chilled cans of both Diet Coke and Coke Zero and drank them with no ice so they wouldn't be diluted. Sipping Diet Coke reminds me of what a huge advantage it was back in the 80s. It's smooth and sweet, and my first thought isn't, ugh, yeah, this is a diet soda. It's enjoyable. It's bubbly. It goes well with a meal and is refreshing by itself. I've never confused it with a full sugar Coke, but it's still a top-notch diet beverage. Coke Zero was reformulated last summer, and in my Coke Zero review, I wasn't afraid to say I didn't love the new formula. I found it almost sour with a spiciness that older Coke Zero didn't have. It's too spicy for me. And maybe it's changed, or maybe I've changed, but I didn't taste that sourness this time. Coke Zero was smoother and sweeter than Diet Coke, and I even found it more bubbly. She went on to say that she has since decided that Coke Zero is now her preference. It's Coke Zero for the win for her. If a flight attendant or vending machine gives me the choice, I'll zero in on Coke Zero every time.
Okay.
We do not align in that regard, but there you go. That's my little bit about Coke Zero. Because I hate it, I'm drinking Waterloo cherry lemonade seltzer. My hubby just went to Costco.
Nice.
And I'm enjoying a little herbal remedies on the side. What are you fucking with today?
My typical ice water and also some leftover nachos. I won't be eating them while we're recording.
That's okay.
Unless I get hungry.
Well, things happen. We are going to cut to an ad break so you can take a couple nacho bites. And if you are not already a subscriber on Wine and Crime Uncorked, you could join for just $5 a month and not have to deal with these ads, and also get access to ad-free video content, which we've just now added Back to our
about
paid
that.
subscription repertoire. Very exciting stuff.
Very thrilling.
Very thrilling. But yeah, if you're not on Uncorked, enjoy those ads. Hope you don't fast forward too far and then miss something really important that we say when we cut right back into the show. That would really be a shame.
Be careful.
For only $5 a month, you could skip the ads while supporting your local podcasters.
Buy us a Coke Zero.
Ah,
Or don't. A Diet Coke. Buy me a regular Coke. Let's
join
be honest.
Uncorked. We'll take care of our Coke preferences. This episode of Wine and Crime is brought to you by Wild Grain, one of my favorite things that exists in the world. Let me tell you what it is. Wild Grain is the first bake from frozen subscription box for artisanal breads, seasonal pastries, and my favorite, fresh pastas. Plus, all items conveniently bake in 25 minutes or less. If you are scrambling to figure out what's for dinner, you can open the freezer and have the makings of a beautiful home-cooked meal in 25 minutes or less. Unlike store-bought, Wild Grain uses a slow fermentation process that's easier on your belly, richer in nutrients and antioxidants, and made with simple ingredients that you can actually pronounce. Love that for us. Wild Grain's boxes are fully customizable, and they're constantly adding seasonal and limited time products for you to enjoy. And in addition to their classic box, they also now feature a gluten-free box and a plant-based box. So if you have some dietary restrictions, check out Wild Grain. They really might have just what you're looking for.
This frozen to finish in 25 minutes or less concept is my favorite part about this. If you're craving chocolate chip cookies, guess what, baby? You can have chocolate chip cookies in under a half hour.
Yeah.
That's
a whole loaf of sourdough, for goodness sakes.
Yeah. Also, fall pastries. Fall is the one time where I'm like, you know what? I will have like a pumpkin muffin or something like that.
Of course you will.
So they have apple cider donuts and pumpkin cinnamon biscuits.
I'm drooling.
I know. You could pop those in, have them for breakfast before you walk out the door. You don't have to go to your local chain coffee store to get these delicious pastries.
They're going to taste better anyway.
So this fall, treat yourself and your loved ones to warm sourdough breads and seasonal baked goods from Wild Grain. Rumor has it they have apple cider donuts and pumpkin cinnamon biscuits, so get them before these seasonal items sell out. For a limited time, Wild Grain is offering our listeners $30 off the first box, plus free croissants in every box. When you go to wildgrain.com/gals to start your subscription. You heard me. Free croissants in every box and $30 off your first box when you go to wildgrain.com/gals. That's wildgrain.com/gals, or you can use promo code gals at checkout. Don't miss their seasonal products.
It's fall, y'all. These are cooler days. The tides, the winds, the weather, it's all changing. And cooler days call for layers that last ya. And Quince is our go-to for quality essentials that feel cozy, they look refined, and they're not going to blow your budget.
Yeah, things like $50 Mongolian cashmere. Oh my God, I love a good sweater. Premium denim that fits like a dream, and luxe outerwear you will wear year after year. We've talked about their wool coats. I have spent so many clicks on the Quince website looking at their coats for this season. They're so
For real,
cute.
they're gorgeous.
Yes. Oh, Jesus. Okay. These are the pieces that are going to become your uniform for this fall. These items look designer level, but they cost a fraction of the price. Truly shocking, impressive, very reasonable prices over at Quince. And the quality is honestly just as good as those designer level products, if not better. Because Quince partners directly with top tier ethical factories and cuts out the middlemen. They deliver luxury quality pieces at half the price of similar brands. So this is the kind of wardrobe upgrade that feels smart, stylish, and effortless. I'm going to go back online. I'm ordering one of those wool coats. It's time.
For real. It
They're
is
so
time.
cute.
It's beyond time. So find your fall staples at Quince. Go to quince.com/wine for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/wine to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/wine.
I got really, really bad at checking my bank balance for a while because every time I logged in, I would get just a surge of like stomach acid. And if you don't check your bank account, your balance, all your expenditures, you're not going to be aware of how much money you spend every month. And that is sort of an important thing to have a grip on. For example, do you know how many subscriptions you pay for or how much they are? Probably not. Well, I know you do. Or like how much you spend on takeout or delivery.
Right.
That's a scary number. Used to be, because now I have control over it with Rocket Money.
Oh, God bless Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place. It's a really intuitive and easy to read dashboard that just gives you a clear picture. And this includes subscriptions you might have forgotten about, subscriptions you might not want anymore. You can click some of those recurring expenses and Rocket Money will help you cancel it. Their dashboard lays out your total financial picture, including bill due dates and paydays, in a way that's easy to digest. So you're going to really ease some of that opening your account overwhelm with Rocket Money. You can even automatically create custom budgets based on your past spending, or if you're like planning something special, maybe you've got a wedding, maybe you've got a trip, maybe you're trying to buy a house. This is such a useful tool to help you see what money you're spending, where your money is going. See if they can reduce some of that, because Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. The app automatically scans your bills to find opportunities to save and then goes to work to get you better deals. They'll even talk to customer service so you don't have to. It's a millennial miracle. Rocket Money's 5 million members have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, with members saving up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/gals today. That's rocketmoney.com/gals, rocketmoney.com/gals.
Hello, we have returned from nacho munching and other things. Lucy, I am so excited. What do you have in store for us for HOA Crimes?
Well, I forgot to text Blortney because she has an HOA.
That's right. She does.
Text the group right now and ask. I wanted to know how much she pays for her HOA.
All right. I'm on it. We're outing you.
So a homeowner association or a homeowners association, an HOA, which kind of bugs me because homeowner is one word.
Correct.
Whatever.
If you're going to police my driveway length and house color, at least adhere to proper grammar.
Right? For someone who's so obsessed with fucking rules.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're sometimes referred to as a property owners association, a POA, a common interest development, CID. I don't like that name, and it comes up. Or a homeowner community is a private, legally incorporated organization that governs a housing community, collects dues, and sets rules for its residents.
I just feel like I could only tolerate this in like a condo setting where we share a building. If I have my own building to deal with, fuck off. If you're living in a communal space and things that affect the entire community, like the roof or plumbing, whatever, that absolutely
hallways,
it is
lobby.
Equitable. Snow removal, trash removal. It is absolutely equitable for that to be a collaborative cost. I don't have a problem with that. But some of this shit has just gotten fucking out of control, and I'm sure you'll get to it. I know I will.
We'll fucking get to it. We'll fucking get to it. So they mostly exist in the United States, Canada, and the Philippines, of all places.
Okay.
But they do exist sort of in other parts of the world, but not very many. They're definitely primarily in the United States. And actually, approximately 75.5 million Americans live in an HOA community.
That's a lot. But again, that includes everyone who lives in a condo. And I think even if technically you're a renter from a condo, your rent is still paying into the HOA, and you still have to comply with the HOA rules.
A condo, a townhouse, or like those housing developments are really what.
Yeah, curated communities.
That's 30% of the country.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't take nearly good enough care of my lawn to ever get away with being in an HOA. I would be fined fucking constantly. There's always shit in my yard. Not literal shit, because I don't have a dog anymore. But no, I'd be...
But when you did...
Oh, yeah. My goose would be so fucking cooked in an HOA. Know thyself.
I have one mean neighbor. That's enough.
Yeah. You really do.
In other countries, it's something similar, but they're legally different. They might be called strata title. Mm-hmm. I don't know. In case you know what the hell that is, it's sort of the same thing as an HOA.
Okay.
Okay, so say you want to buy a residence within an area, a jurisdiction of an HOA. Typically, you have to become a member, and therefore you must obey the governing documents, including articles of incorporation, covenants, conditions, and restrictions, or CC&Rs, and also their bylaws. They're basically just all their rules in different categories. And these may limit the owner's choices, for example, of exterior design modifications. Maybe they wouldn't let you put a 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot in your yard year-round.
Well, neither would my husband. So I guess I'll just start calling him Bill HOA instead of Bill Hogan.
Yeah, HOA.
God bless him.
HOA bin.
Yeah. Yeah.
HOA bin. HOAs are especially active in urban planning, zoning, and land use. These are decisions that affect the pace of growth, the quality of life, the level of taxation, and the value of the land in the community, the literal property value.
Right. Which I think is the main concern in a lot of HOAs is quote unquote maintaining the property values for everybody in the neighborhood. But
yes, but what that means to different people.
Correct. It's too subjective.
Yeah. While an HOA is not a government entity, it pretty much behaves like one. And the states themselves have varying levels of oversight of HOAs, which we'll get to.
Okay.
Because I think it's North Carolina has some pretty lax regulations about HOAs.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. I'm ready.
So typically there's an elected board of directors who decide what to spend their funds on. So things like tree trimming, pool maintenance, maintenance of a lobby, snow removal, like you said, those kinds of things. They also might throw parties.
Cool.
And as long as they're not selling alcohol, they don't need a liquor license.
Ah.
But I think at their monthly meetings or whatever, they probably
most are
don't
probably
allow.
like, let's not.
Let's not. Yeah.
We have a budget to balance.
HOAs get a bad rap, however, for many reasons. But it is true that fences make good neighbors, and sometimes neighbors are really fucking annoying. So I can understand the pros of having an HOA in a lot of situations.
And I mean, I certainly know my in-laws have an HOA. If your HOA is chill and it actually does positive things for the neighborhood, keeps things tidy and I think it's really nice, especially for communities where older people live, to have everybody pay in to make sure that lawn care, snow removal, all that stuff is just taken care of so that people don't have to deal with it. I'm in principle, the concept is chill.
Or if you have kids and you have a neighborhood pool and maybe there's a lifeguard on duty, just things like that. But of course, that's not how reality works in 100% of cases. Yeah. But like you also said, a lot of people like HOAs because these rules help keep their property values as high as they could be. So some typical HOA restrictions cover the upkeep and maintenance of your home itself, the number of vehicles in front of your property or even in your driveway. Or you probably couldn't have a huge boat sitting in your driveway for a long period of time.
I did see a story because my segment is more of a GAC style situation. I did see one that I didn't include where a guy got fined by his HOA because he had a boat in his driveway, and the rules stated that any boat or recreational vehicle had to be like hidden behind a fence. So he built a fence into his driveway to cover his boat, but then painted, like took a photo of what his boat looked like in the driveway and then had that painted like hyper realistically onto the fence. So you just have to see it anyway. It must have been so expensive and I love it so much. This is what we mean by malicious compliance. It's hilarious. I'm obsessed with it. It's so good.
Oh, I need to see a picture of that.
I'll find it. It went pretty viral. Like if you Googled boat fence HOA, it's gonna pop up. I'll find it for you.
Perfect. It might also control whether you run your home as a short-term rental unit. So like Airbnbs. You can't rent out your condo as an Airbnb in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And I've stayed at Airbnbs that we definitely were not supposed to be staying.
100%. It's like, so stressful.
It is. And in the Airbnb reservation, they're like, don't talk to the neighbors.
Oh, no. We've had it happen where they did not put that in the reservation because they didn't want to deter people from making the reservation. And then when you like get there, it's in the welcome book.
Oh, no.
And it's like, oh, no. And I'm impossible at being inconspicuous. My puffer jacket is blaze green. I have blue hair.
You're very loud.
I'm extremely loud.
You love to greet people.
I love to talk to a neighbor. Sorry.
You'll knock on the door. What smells so good?
Yum. Let me in.
Have you seen my vape? It's light blue.
It's light. Hi, I'm going door to door looking for my vape.
Okay. They might also control over the height of your grass on your lawn or like weeds. So you couldn't have like a no mow May situation or, you know, it's not good for the pollinators.
No.
Certain
I also,
types,
for the same reason, I don't rake my yard either. I don't get that many leaves, but I'm not raking that shit. It naturally decomposes and fertilizes your lawn, and it's way better for the pollinators. Bye. And that I don't have to rake things.
Yeah.
Everyone wins.
I raked the first fall that we lived here because
Same.
I thought you just had to.
Same.
I got so many blisters on my damn hands.
I know. Always wear gloves. That's a lesson you only learn once.
Well, yeah, because then I never raked again.
Ever. Ever.
Okay, so here you go. Certain items that can't be visible from the street, such as laundry lines, sheds, garbage cans, things like that, could also limit the types of animals allowed on your property. Remember? Like was it Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. Not even just on your property, but I read some horror stories on Reddit today of them limiting households to only one pet. And in one story I read, they made that rule change like after this person had already moved in and they had 2 dogs instead of 1, and they were harassed by their HOA to like get rid of one of their dogs, and they ended up selling their house and moving. Yeah. Some of these HOA like Karen presidents are fucking lunatics.
I could understand if it was like 6 dogs.
Or like 100 birds.
Yeah, but those should be municipal laws anyway if it's like if it's like a safety issue. If it's just
ridiculous.
like I don't want my neighbor to have more than 1 dog in their home.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But like that's the HOA. They make their rules. They can kind of do whatever they want. So that's the issue. Modern HOAs were born, of course, out of racism.
Yeah.
So they were basically deed restrictions in another form, establishing the national legal precedent for zoning districts exclusively for upscale single-family residences. Private restrictions normally included provisions such as minimum required costs for home construction, which pretty much says it without saying it.
Yep.
And some explicitly include the exclusion of all non-whites and sometimes non-Christians as well from occupancy, except for domestic servants. Maybe, in some cases. Like I said, they can write whatever fucking rules they want to.
Yeah.
Some of the first HOAs were formed in the early 20th century, with many excluding Black, Jewish, and Asian Americans. So I believe the first HOA was the Arroyo Seco Improvement Association in Pasadena, California.
Okay.
This was founded around 1905.
Wow.
by Henry Huntington, who was a transit magnate who developed several whites-only housing divisions.
Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jesus
A wealthy
Christ.
transit magnate who just went around building...
Creating whites-only communities.
Yeah.
Where is the statue of him on the presidential lawn? I can't believe it's not there.
It might be tomorrow.
I mean,
Do they had a permit to put that there?
the Trump Epstein
Yeah, they got a permit because they called it the friendship statue.
malicious compliance. I'm obsessed with this. If
They
anyone
took it
has
down
no idea
anyway.
they took it down already?
Yeah.
It like just went up today.
It went up a couple, maybe yesterday. Yeah, they took it down already, even though it had a permit.
The gold statue of Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump like frolicking
Holding
together
hands.
on the White House lawn was really fun to wake up to. I really loved that.
That was nice. That
Good
was
job,
really nice.
y'all.
Okay, the Los Feliz Improvement Association, which is still in operation today in Los Angeles, was founded in 1916.
Dang, 1 year before Helen.
Dang.
Dang.
I don't know what year this is, but it was a racial covenant in a Seattle, Washington neighborhood that stated, quote, "No part of said property hereby conveyed shall ever be used or occupied by any Hebrew or by any person of the Ethiopian, Malay, or any Asiatic race."
Jesus fucking Christ.
Pretty specific.
Yeah.
Shall
On the
ever.
nose.
Yeah.
Good
While
golly.
covenants like this officially existed in really no small number until the Fair Housing Act of 1968, because
Our
in-
parents' lifetime, by the way, just for some perspective for everybody.
yeah, really not that long ago.
Nope.
Because an HOA committee of human beings has to approve tenants and new owners, there is still today the potential for less formalized discrimination, and you bet your ass that happens all the time.
Absolutely. I mean, again, this was so recent. It's like, of course, the ripple effects and the long-term implications of racial covenants are still going to be prominent today. It's not been that fucking long.
We can't legislate ourselves out of racial bias
Right.
when it's the foundation of pretty much every structure in our country.
Well, right. And passing that law doesn't overnight provide access or capital, certainly, for, you know, Black and brown and Jewish people to buy homes suddenly, because they've been locked out of that access to wealth forever anyway. So we're, you know, it's not like that just fixes everything.
Yep. So HOAs basically paved the way, literally, for the middle class exodus to the suburbs in like the 50s, 60s. In 1963, the Federal Housing Administration had approved federal home mortgage insurance exclusively for condominiums or for homes in subdivisions that had a qualifying HOA.
Okay.
So that was good. That made these kinds of homes more affordable, more accessible. The rationale was that developers wanted to get around density laws. So they had laws in urban areas where you couldn't have more than X number of people in a certain building.
Okay.
And because these cities have a finite amount of space, developers were looking to the suburbs to build these new homes. And now with this FHA approval for the mortgages, that made people want to move out there. And the developers wanted this to pass, so the developers were doing a bit of lobbying themselves.
Got it.
So the effect, however, was to divert investment from multifamily housing and home construction or renovation in the inner cities. So we're not revitalizing that anymore. We're going out to the suburbs because there's more money to be made out here. Developers built areas of common interest housing. There's that phrase again. So on these like big open green areas, you're out of the city, you're in the fresh air. Isn't this appealing? The rapid expansion of federally subsidized highways under federal programs made access to these new areas easy, so you could commute to work from the suburbs to the city. This suburban look of a group of homes clustered around one area required some kind of maintenance or types of maintenance that previously would have been provided by municipal agencies funded by property taxes. you're the garbage person, the
neighborhood
sidewalks,
pond.
the lights, yeah.
Yeah.
So residents in these areas still had to pay their property taxes on top of their HOA fees. So also these local governments began promoting subdivisions and subdivision development as a means of increasing their cash flow to their city. Any kind of, smaller rural town would welcome these developments. That's more tax money for them.
Yeah.
And they're not splitting it with the HOA because these people have to pay their
own fees,
their taxes and their HOA fees. So there's a lot of money to be made in not only like the location and the fact that there's a lot more space to build and develop in these areas, but also like when it comes to legislation and lobbying, there is a much bigger picture here, which is, I didn't want to go too conspiracy rabbit hole-y because I found some kind of weird information, but yeah, it's gross. Okay, so there is a sort of loophole that necessitates HOAs in a lot of new real estate developments.
Okay.
And this is from Wikipedia just because
we're not going to
put it any better.
Sorry.
The Clean Water Act of 1977 required that all new real estate developments had to detain stormwater so that flow to adjoining properties was not greater than the pre-development runoff.
Okay.
So basically, you're building all of these homes, you're building, paved streets and driveways and shit.
Yep.
The drainage of these areas is going to change dramatically. So the developers had to be responsible for putting in a drainage system that wouldn't fuck it up.
That makes perfect sense.
As a result, nearly all residential developments had to construct detention or retention areas to hold excess stormwater until it could be released at the pre-development flow level. And since these detention areas serve multiple residences, they were serving a whole yet finite neighborhood.
Sure.
They're almost always designated as common areas.
Okay.
So this requirement was a reason for developers to establish an HOA because although those areas can be placed on an individual homeowner's lot, eliminating the need for an association, some U.S. municipalities now require these areas to be part of a common area to ensure that an entity rather than an individual or the municipality itself has the responsibility of that maintenance.
Well, and yeah, from a sales standpoint, who's going to buy that one house in the neighborhood that is stuck with all the fucking drainage shit? That just destroys the sellability in theory of that property.
And also the municipality doesn't want to deal with it because they're like, well,
we don't want to pay for it.
We weren't the ones that created this development anyway.
Yeah, you fucking built it. You figure it out.
So this was just sort of a way to
pass the buck back and forth.
Pass the buck, yeah. Mitigate, I guess what you could call the fairness, but also it's just a big web of... It's not great because it's... I don't know. It's just sad that it's necessary. Now, as long as there is an HOA that is required of these neighborhoods, you might as well use it to make your development more attractive to wealthier buyers. Put in a pool, put in a tennis court.
A park, yeah.
A park, greenery. As long as we have to have this association with shared dues, we might as well make it look as nice as we can to have the wealthier people come.
Right.
So there's something else super fishy about HOAs. And as with everything, all you have to do is follow the money. The HOAs are an industry in themselves. So the Community Associations Institute... Anything that's called an institute, I automatically don't trust.
Also, I'm already so bored by them. They sound so boring.
Well, they're kind of insidious.
Yeah.
So these are the CAI, Community Associations Institute.
On the nose.
It's run almost entirely by lawyers and HOA managers.
Cool.
This is a trade association that sells services and supplies to HOAs. I try to figure out what supplies they could be talking about.
God only knows.
Currently, they're only selling webinars.
Cool.
To their members. And you have to pay to be a member.
Yep. So being a member doesn't get you access to the webinars. Being a member gets you access to buying the webinars.
Yeah, I think so.
We are grifting so wrong.
The whole thing is just such a fucking racket. The whole thing. Mm-hmm. It's also an intense lobbying group that pressures state legislatures to promote or squash certain laws according to the interests of its members. Mm-hmm. So this was founded in 1973. The CAI has sought to be the people that build and service common interest developments, CIDs, to become a significant force in interest group politics in many states. It's just a band of lobbyists.
Yeah. Well, it's like, how can we curate communities that are rich and white, and then their money goes to other, rich white politicians in that community? It's like building your own constituency. It's kind of fucking gross.
Mm-hmm. Literally, yes. Okay, also Courtney responded.
Oh, yeah, she did. Jesus fucking Christ, how much time you got? My HOA made the news because everyone is fighting.
Oh my God, send the link. Okay.
Oh, I love her.
Okay, according to Evan McKenzie in his 1994 book, Privatopia, Homeowner Associations and the Rise of Residential Private Government, they are dominated by lawyers and property managers that have shaped legislative and judicial policy making to prevent meaningful regulation of CID activities and help keep the discourse on such matters largely private. They are like notoriously not
Secretive.
transparent.
Yeah, that's always a good sign.
Mm-hmm. So on their homepage, there is a carousel. You scroll down, there is a carousel of recent blog posts, the third of which was a post about Charlie fucking Kirk.
Of course.
So I clicked on that, obviously, and the post's call to action was to download and circulate the Community Association's Civility Pledge.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
On its face, okay, fine. It basically says, respect your neighbors. Don't cause problems.
Mm-hmm. We know what that means.
There's just so many fucking dog whistles and the Charlie, you're an organization of HOA,
I saw Goody
board
Proctor
members.
being insufficiently mournful of Charlie Kirk.
Ugh. And then after you download it, circulate it in your community, everyone's supposed to sign it, date it, put their address and their info, and then send it to the CAI.
No.
Just don't put yourself on people's lists.
No.
What are you doing?
Y'all.
It was just really gross. It was really gross. Ugh. Okay, so I didn't love that. And obviously HOAs can be nasty, and I would not want to be the homeowner on the homeowner end of a dispute with this organization. They're full of lawyers and money and resources.
Yeah.
That said, there is a website called fuckcai.com.
Yes.
And it's sort of an interesting website. You just sort of scroll for a long time and there's like AI generated images of like the Grinch as the CAI.
Okay.
Anyway, so
this feels less like an organized effort and more like someone was pissed and made it because they were pissed off at their HOA, which respect.
Yes. But they did have like links and there were some news articles, but it really was just ranting. But I found it entertaining. So here are some quotes from their super long homepage, which was the only page on their website.
I love a website that's only a homepage that just scrolls
really
forever.
long
Yeah. It's like a CVS receipt.
Yes, it
There
totally
is no end.
No.
A boomer made that website. I tell you right now. There's like, mark my words. I love it for her.
It's pretty colorful. Okay, so here's one quote. This website is all about the failings of the Community Associations Institute. The CAI is a business trade group that got its start in 1973. CAI controls the Foundation for Community Association Research and the Community Association Managers International Certification Board and uses fewer than 5 different marketing organizations to force feed everyone their Kool-Aid.
The drama.
So then the next
Go
ones,
off, queen.
they're like headlines under their AI images. So here's the first one. CAI is the grim reaper for homeowners in condos, co-ops, and HOAs.
Say it. Preach.
Next one. What's cooking for Thanksgiving? Nose emoji. Smells like homeowners.
What?
CAI just updated its professional manager code of ethics to enhance transparency and accountability by increasing the threshold that requires disclosure.
That's always good.
Translation: in the nearly meaningless ethical code just got a downgrade. Don't worry though, CAI's professional misconduct list contains fewer than 24 entries ever. Fuck CAI.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot to say that all of these ended with fuck CAI.
Incredible.
And then there's one that I wanted to read aloud. It is satirical. It is it's supposed to be one of these like HOA manager, a CAI person. Mm-hmm. And it says, "We are CAI. We hire professional lobbyists to stunt legislative reform designed to help homeowners while simultaneously ensuring that our member attorneys can foreclose on your home. We created a 501c foundation to disseminate facts and research supporting the business industry that supplies 90% of our revenue. We ask homeowners to join as paying members despite our operations as a business trade group. We relentlessly post social media propaganda about benefiting homeowners while doing exactly the opposite. We are CAI. Please pay to join as a member. We use a portion of every membership fee to advocate for businesses that take your money and your home." So you get the gist.
Yeah, this poor person has been hurt.
Well, they're not the only ones.
No,
because
they are
I
not.
found an article from the Charlotte Observer from December 2023 about extrajudicial foreclosures by HOAs. Mm-hmm. They really can, in a lot of cases, just take your house.
It's fucking crazy.
Okay, here, this is from that article. In a first-of-its-kind investigation, the Charlotte Observer and the News and Observer found that HOAs here, so Charlotte, that's North Carolina, have filed to foreclose in more than 5,500 cases since 2018.
What?
Against owners of houses, condominiums, and timeshares. In more than 600 of those cases, owners lost their property or timeshare stakes.
Oh my God.
And that was just in the last 5 years
from
when this article was.
Yeah.
North Carolina rules make it easy for HOAs to foreclose in this state. In the 2023 state legislative session, Democrats and Republicans introduced 3 bills to create more oversight for HOAs and to limit their ability to foreclose on homeowners.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. This is just an elected group of people.
And also to limit their ability, not even eliminate their ability to foreclose on homeowners. That's
they need
wild.
the ability.
Right.
In case they break too many rules.
Right.
There have to be repercussions. Mm-hmm. But all 3 of those bills were either diluted, gutted, or left to die. House Bill 542, as originally drafted, would have prevented HOAs from foreclosing on homes for debts of less than $2,500.
What? They were foreclosing because people had HOA fees or fines of that little?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
One of them said it was closer to like $200. A person lost their home.
Fuck up. Oh my God.
This provision would have put North Carolina in line with several other states, including Georgia, California, and Arizona, that have passed laws to prevent HOAs from foreclosing over tiny amounts. Mm-hmm. A later version of the bill would have prohibited non-judicial foreclosures, which is a relatively quick and easy way for HOAs to foreclose on homeowners. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. In non-judicial foreclosures, HOAs get the approval to foreclose from a court clerk rather than a judge.
Oh my God.
That's how they're able to do that.
Oh my God.
I don't understand the logic.
Yeah, but I don't get how it's legal.
In North Carolina, it's legal.
That's crazy.
It's because of this fucking lobby.
Sure. It just seems like I mean, I'm not smart. Okay. I'm just gonna be clear about that. But like
you're not fooling anyone.
I'm not fooling anybody here. But, you know, as someone who not in my family has experienced foreclosure, my parents had a home that was foreclosed on. It's a long and arduous process with your lender and your bank.
Yeah,
there wasn't a third party. It's like how if the process of foreclosure is already such a long and arduous process with your lender, which I assume a lot of people who live in HOAs still got a loan for their home and still owe that money to the bank as well as, you know, what is owed for their HOA, whatever. It's like, how does this elected authority get to just expedite that and go, oh, you owe us $200 or whatever, fuck you, and the lender not go, well, hold up, they're still paying their mortgage. Why the fuck would we foreclose on a loan that is like being paid like that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get who win. How does and I get that the HOA can win, but like, man, that must really speak to the power of that lobby that even banks will comply if they have a foreclosure like this, when for the most part they've had a good payment history with their lendee, their recipient.
I don't know how foreclosures and liens work.
Yeah.
But from what I can tell, the HOA can put a lien on your home.
Right, so that if and when you sell it, you have to pay back everything that you owe to the HOA before you can take your cut of the sale of your home. That's different.
Okay.
Because like taxes can do that too. If you haven't paid your taxes, you can get a lien on your home that's like, all right, if and when you sell your house, you have to give us this much before you can take any of the rest of it. So like that, I kind of could get that makes more sense to me. I don't think it's okay. But logically, that makes more sense. Where it's like, well, fuck you. You've got all these overdue dues that you haven't paid, or these fines that you haven't paid. If you ever sell this house, you have to pay that back. All right, but just saying fuck you, you can't live here anymore when you are paying the loan and the property taxes and everything on your fucking home makes no sense to me. That's fucking theft.
Maybe because the developers are the one that established the HOA in the first place, they won't sell you your home unless there is like an HOA compliance clause.
And you're financing through probably their partners or one of their partnering banks or one of their own financing structures. That makes more sense if everything's kind of like owned by the person in charge.
Yeah. And I don't know how this works step by step because I too am not a bright person.
My mind is just blown. This is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how it works, but it is happening. So there's a little bit more in this article that I thought was interesting. So yeah, court clerk. After appeals from the HOA lobby, the CAI, those provisions were stripped away. So they were like, no, we don't need that $2,500 cap. And we do need to have non-judicial foreclosures. We really shouldn't have to speak with a judge before we can foreclose on someone's home.
They didn't change shit, really.
So yeah, it rendered the whole thing fucking pointless. In July and August, leaders of the HOA industry, quote, vigorously pursued improvements to the legislation to minimize the damage the bill would have done to associations.
Won't somebody think of the companies?
This is according to the industry's Legislative Action Committee.
Ugh.
It's just nah. The latest version of the bill no longer sets a minimum dollar amount for foreclosure and no longer bars non-judicial foreclosures.
That's crazy. Get a life. Get a friend.
The only good thing about this, but the only fucking reason to have passed it, it's that it would require HOAs to wait until an account is delinquent 180 days, which was twice the previous waiting period before moving to foreclosure.
Oh,
so
cool.
There's that.
They made concessions. They compromised.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But let's not get the attorney general involved. That's not necessary. We're our own. We can govern ourselves. And then also in this article, it talked about a guy named Jim Lane who created the Law Reform Coalition after, in addition to, I think, some other bad run-ins with his own HOA, he planted a bed of pansies on a patch of bare ground in his neighborhood, and his HOA began fining him $100 a day and put a lien on his property until the offending pansies were removed.
Bro. Oh, my God. I mean, yeah, I saw stories of people that their HOA was pissed at them for, like, something completely unrelated. that they couldn't actually find them or do anything about. So they came and just like cut a tree down and was like, well, the tree was dead. And then gave them the bill to have the tree being cut covered. And the person who cut the tree was like, I can confirm it wasn't dead, but like, I just have to come out and do my job. They just did it to be petty. Cut down like a brand new tree that was...
I would be so fucking mad.
You stay the fuck out of my yard. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, while Courtney looks for the article, she did report that her HOA is $96 per quarter,
Not
which
bad.
Only pays for the garbage, but our HOA rules state that you can't have your cans sitting out all week, no sheds, no boats or vehicles in your driveway for 14 days, no outdoor structures without HOA approval. Half the neighborhood wants to abolish the HOA, half like the rules.
That's
So
a great
it doesn't
divide.
look like there's, She said she likes her rules, which those aren't crazy rules.
Hers are chill. Yeah, those are pretty chill.
Anyway, I won't read the rest without her permission. But
Nope.
$96 a quarter, not so
That's not
bad.
bad.
But if that only takes care of your trash,
But,
I mean, mine's folded into my regular taxes.
Your trash?
Yeah.
We
I
pay
think
our
so.
trash and our water separately to the city, but they're a combined bill. And it's definitely it's more expensive than what she's paying to have her trash covered communally in her neighborhood.
Weird shit's always happening in in Blortney's neighborhood.
So true. So true. I like wouldn't want to live in a neighborhood development. I did as a kid, but I love hearing about one.
She's got her finger on the pulse of that neighborhood.
Yeah, she knows.
Always creeping around.
It's incredible. I love it.
Which is another reason why I bet Chuck's first novel is really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, that is my segment. That's some background on HOAs for you.
Well, this is perfect because then you can volley it to me, and now we have a little bit of context for how shitty HOAs are, and then we can get into some HOA horror stories.
Yes, I've been waiting.
All right, so let's take a quick break, hear a word from our sponsors, or give you a chance to go sign up for Uncorked, and then we'll hop back in for the rest.
Let's do it. A quick message from today's sponsor, the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program.
So this cat is still living, though he's not with me. My cat from many moons ago was obsessed with ribbon and eating ribbon. And then I would find, let's just say, gifts in the litter box and have an absolute meltdown, take him to the vet. It was a whole rigmarole. We had to hide all the ribbon in the house. It was a whole thing. So anyone with a pet really knows what the struggle is with pet ownership.
Life with a pet can be full of surprises, some good, some not great, such as a chewed up sock, a spur of the moment adventure, or an unexpected vet bill. Those are not so great. That's why ASPCA Pet Health Insurance is worth checking out. Their plans are flexible, easy to customize, and help you stay prepared for whatever your dog or cat gets into. And the best part is there is a special perk for signing up.
When you enroll in an ASPCA pet health insurance plan, you could get a $25 Amazon gift card. It's a little treat for you while you're doing something great for your pet. The program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier to get your pet the care they may need. It's been around for almost 20 years and has covered nearly 1 million pets in that time.
To explore coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/gals. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/gals. Eligibility restrictions apply. Visit aspcapetinsurance.com/Amazon terms for more info. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance.
Play along with me. Give me a check if you experience any of these things. Wake up sweaty. Check. Freezing. Check. Just generally uncomfortable. Check. Turns out the temperature in your bedroom can make or break your sleep. A lot of that discomfort and just like disruption of sleep has to do with the temperature that you are sleeping at. And that is why I personally switched to Miracle Made sheets. They are inspired by NASA technology and use silver-infused temperature-regulating fabric to help you sleep perfectly at that good Goldilocks temperature all night long.
I love having my Miracle Made sheets on my bed. Like Amanda said, these are crafted with NASA-inspired silver-infused fabric that helps regulate your body temperature. So whether you're a hot sleeper or a cold sleeper, it doesn't matter. These sheets will help keep you in that perfect comfort zone all night long. And they also stay clean longer. You will notice that they smell better for far longer than your other sheets. Thanks to their antibacterial silver technology, Miracle Made sheets stay cleaner and fresher up to 3 times longer than regular sheets. That means fewer odors, fewer wash cycles, and way less laundry. And also, if there is ever a man in your bed, it is a perk of these sheets.
Spilling loose change.
The men stink up the bed a lot less.
They do.
They really do. And these sheets feel just as good, if not better, than the sheets you'd find at a 5-star hotel, but without that steep price tag. They're smooth, breathable, and ridiculously comfortable, and they get better as you wash them more. All that hidden bacteria in regular sheets can clog your pores and cause breakouts. Miracle Made's antibacterial design helps you sleep cleaner and clearer night after night.
So upgrade your sleep or give the gift of better rest. Go to trymiracle.com/gals to try Miracle Made sheets today. You'll save over 40%, and when you use promo code GALS, you'll get an extra 20% off plus a free 3-piece towel set. They make an amazing gift, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk. That's trymiracle.com/gals, code GALS at checkout, and thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode.
If you are paying rent every month without earning anything in return, let me do you a favor and introduce you to Built, the rewards program designed for renters who want to earn something for their largest monthly expense. Because you know what? You deserve it. So let us explain.
By paying rent through Built, you earn flexible points that can be redeemed toward hundreds of hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and more. But it doesn't stop there. Built is making your entire neighborhood more rewarding. You can dine out at your favorite local restaurants and earn additional points, get VIP treatment at certain fitness studios, and enjoy exclusive experiences just for Built members every month. Built is turning a monthly expense into an opportunity to earn rewards and discover the best that your neighborhood has to offer. Your rent is finally working for you.
Earn points on rent and around your neighborhood wherever you call home by going to joinbuilt.com/gals. That's joinbilt.com/gals. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you.
Okay, so I'm depressed. So this week I just wanted to cover some like petty and funny shit and
keep it light.
Keep it light, not super dark shit. I got to give my brain and all of our brains a tiny break. So I valiantly took to Reddit, and found the lovely sub r/fuck HOA and immediately sorted by most popular of all time to get some cream of the crop HOA stories straight from the victims' mouths.
Perfect.
And I will just reiterate, you will not catch me in an HOA. A, I would immediately break all the rules just because I'm lazy, and B, so much of it just sounds like a petty control grab nightmare, and you know how I deal with authority, so...
I'd prefer a colorful neighborhood, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, there are like literal rainbow houses in my neighborhood, and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one had actually gone viral about a year ago, so I do remember seeing this, but it was like at the top of the subreddit. So the person who submitted it, Mo the one and only, said, "The email I just received from HOA, the people in the SUV were regular people who were my friends. This is just weird. Am I supposed to tell those people to rent a Prius the next time around? FYI, this was a very tame party, no loud music, about 6 vehicles in the driveway and 2 on the street, and everyone parked in a decent manner." Here is the email that she is referring to, entitled, "Concerning event during your recent birthday party."
Oh, that's a great subject line. I would open that so quick.
Okay, here is the email. "Dear Redacted, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out regarding an incident that occurred over the weekend during your birthday party. A few of us in the community couldn't help but notice the arrival of 3 blacked out SUVs, which quite frankly startled and unsettled several of your neighbors. I do not know the racial identity of the person whose party it was, but this shit is racist.
Yes.
Let's just be very fucking clear. Even if this person is white, being afraid of a black SUV with tinted windows sends a very specific connotation. We all fucking know what this is. And don't at me. It's just, that's just the reality. Okay. It's really concerning to see such vehicles showing up in our otherwise peaceful, family-oriented neighborhood, especially without any prior notice. As you can imagine, the sight of them raised a lot of questions and caused quite a bit of anxiety.
The sight of them.
The sight of 3 tinted SUVs.
Jesus Christ.
Some residents even thought something more serious was happening. Drugs. The whole situation was, quite
more
honestly...
More serious than what? Black people in the neighborhood.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's precisely what this is fucking dog whistling about.
I know.
The whole situation was quite honestly alarming, and we had no idea how to react. How about shut the fuck up and mind your own goddamn business? How about that? We all understand celebrating special occasions, but in the future, we would appreciate it if you could let us know in advance about any unusual activity.
Oh
it would
God.
certainly help ease the collective nerves of your neighbors, who were left feeling quite uncomfortable by the presence of those vehicles. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to avoid similar concerns going forward. We trust you'll be considerate of the community's feelings.
I know one thing you could do moving forward. Get fucked and mind your own.
Get fucked. So some of the comments that I loved, this is from Familiar Ant 4043. Tell them that security protocols prohibit you from advising them prior to having these friends visit. Then give them the phone number of the nearest Secret Service office and tell them to call if they have any questions. I can't inform you when my friends from the Secret Service are coming over for my birthday party because it would be a security breach. Somebody recommended, General Tonic recommended
that would violate the rules of their HOAs.
Correct. Recommended the response, to whom it concerns. You recently contacted me to disclose your anxious reaction to our birthday guests. Your concerns are baseless, unwarranted, and frankly embarrassing. Please do not contact me again regarding this kind of private emotional issue, as I am unqualified to help you.
This emotional issue.
I love. Oh, also somebody pointed out, Oopsie Daisy in the comments pointed out, you know how in Gmail it'll give you like an AI response, like an automatic response prompt? Somebody commented, I love that one of the suggested responses is, ugh. It's just UGH. Literally, one says, ugh, and one says, very well said. I'm obsessed. Okay, so yeah, I remember seeing that one and I was like, are you fucking serious? But these things, this is the trend, okay? These things are crazy. Here's another HOA letter from Misery Loves Computers. This guy got a letter from the HOA because they were jealous of his generator while they were without power.
I was thinking about this morning.
Okay, what's
about generators and how I'm jealous if you have one.
My neighbors have one, and we have like a mini one just for being able to like charge stuff or keep things plugged in, but it wouldn't power the whole house. But yeah, it is pretty nice. But for context, the person who received this letter is not part of the HOA. Sometimes there are properties like an HOA property will be built after other homes already exist in the area, and those homes don't have to comply with the HOA. It's just a new property that's like right up against it. Has their own HOA. So they're yelling at this guy who is like a neighbor, but is not part of the neighborhood community and not like under the HOA at all.
Okay.
So it says, subject, noise complaint regarding generator usage during recent power outage. Dear non-HOA member. Non-HOA homeowner. We are writing in response to several complaints received from HOA members regarding the recent power outage that affected the entire town. While we understand the challenges of a blackout, your actions during this time have raised concerns among the community. I cannot wait for you to hear what their actions were. During the outage, you utilized a gas-powered backup generator to restore power to your home. While backup generators are not prohibited, the following issues were raised. 1. Excessive noise. Multiple HOA members reported that your generator was loud and disruptive, causing undue disturbance throughout the neighborhood. Such noise during an already stressful situation aggravated the discomfort for those without power.
Oh my God.
No,
when else are you supposed to use a backup generator?
Well, won't somebody think of the neighbors? 2, perceived unfairness. This is the best thing I've ever fucking read. Several HOA members were frustrated by the fact that while the rest of the community was without power, you were seen watching the game on your television and carrying on as normal.
Oh, good for them.
The disparity caused further dissatisfaction among residents who felt the noise and visible signs of your powered home were inconsiderate during the outage.
Oh my God, tell me you're white.
I know. Also, bitch, be a friendly neighbor. Show up with beers and pizza and go, hey, man, we don't have power, but we saw that you have a generator and you're watching the game. Could I charge my phone for a few minutes? I brought over dinner. Absolutely, yes. If you were just fucking nice to your neighbors, you wouldn't need an HOA Karen.
They've never met before.
No, they've never
met.
I guarantee you they've never met. And guess what? Your loss. You want to be friends with the neighbor with the generator.
Yeah, really.
What are you, dumb? These people are fucking lunatics. We kindly ask that you take the following actions in the future. Consider a quieter alternative. If possible, invest in a quieter or more discreet generator system to reduce the noise impact on your neighbors.
Buy a new fucking generator. Okay.
Be mindful of your neighbors. While using your generator, consider minimizing activities that might highlight the contrast between your powered home and those without electricity.
This has to be fake.
No, it's not. We hope this letter serves as a reminder to maintain community harmony even during challenging situations. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact us.
No.
I won't be.
I would mow my lawn 8 times a day after this.
If it is fake, I don't even care because it's just so good.
It's so good.
I'm obsessed with it. I just love we could see you watching the game.
Yeah, in your powered home.
That in your powered home. And that made us very upset. In love with it. Okay, this is from user DeBaconMan. And is recent. This is from less than a month ago. HOA is asking us not to be with our kids at the bus stop. Yep, you read that right. Our neighborhood has a designated area that the bus picks up the kids at. Some people park their cars down the street and wait for the bus. Some people just let their kids stand there and others stand there with their kids. Pretty normal bus stop behavior.
Yeah.
The HOA sent a letter that no parents are to be waiting at the stop, no matter it be standing or parked. We don't want adults loitering at the bus stop. This is due to people complaining that it's uncomfortable having people outside their homes blocking their mailbox, and the residents have had trouble with some of the children. Which seems counterintuitive. Then wouldn't you want parents there to make sure their kids weren't fucking around?
Yeah. Also, it's not like they're standing there for an hour.
No, 10, 15 minutes.
And even if they were, it's a fucking bus stop.
It's a street. Who gives a fuck? They followed up with, quote, our neighborhood is safe. You should feel safe leaving your kids at the bus stop.
Oh, yeah, sure feel safe about this.
Uh-huh. So I guess they have like an HOA forum, or maybe it's a Facebook group, somewhere that you can post to connect with other neighbors and directly to the HOA. Mm-hmm. So the writer says, I decided to post a couple things that clarify some things, and the HOA was not too happy. Mm-hmm. First, the stop is outside of my house, and I have not complained. And if I did, less supervision would mean more problems with the children. Precisely. Second was clarifying exactly our neighborhood safety. Across the street was a 6-hour armed standoff that resulted in him, the guy who owned the house, only being under house arrest, so he's still around.
Oh my God.
We have 3 registered sex offenders in the neighborhood. And what's this? The HOA president himself was fired for allegations of 27 different sexual crimes against minors, 3 of which were family members.
Oh my God.
She aired all the laundry on the HOA board.
Oh my God.
I clarified it was back in the 1990s and he never served time, but it's still ironic that he's telling us we should feel safe. Honestly, fucking fair.
Don't guard your children.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on them. Yuck.
Yeah.
I ended the post with, if they push the issue, all parents are invited to my house during drop-off and pickup times. This changes nothing about their behavior, but they're considered guests of the landowner. I got an email saying, please take the post down from the HOA.
No.
I don't deal directly with the HOA, so I went petty and didn't respond, but instead added a screenshot of it to the post. We will see if anything else happens. I'm really curious about how they think they'll enforce the policy, especially being that none of the parents have altered their behavior on the bus stop. And then we got an update.
Oh, God.
Update. After backlash and absolutely no one taking them seriously, the HOA replied in another letter. Dear residents, we are writing to clarify a recent communication regarding street parking and bus stop etiquette. Our previous letter was intended as a friendly suggestion and not a formal ruling or directive from the Homeowners Association. The purpose of our initial letter was to remind everyone to keep driveways clear and to maintain a socially acceptable distance from the bus stop. This helps ensure that all residents have easy access to their homes and that the children waiting for the bus have ample space without feeling crowded.
Stop saying children.
I know.
Ugh.
We sincerely apologize if our previous message caused any confusion or concern. It was never our intention to imply that children should be left unattended at the bus stop.
Unattended children.
Thank you for your understanding and cooperation as we work together to maintain a safe and welcoming community for all. Which she says, this is weird, being that I distinctly remember that they use the words, quote, we live in a safe neighborhood. You should feel safe being able to leave your children at the bus stop. Also, it's a debate amongst me and another couple neighbors. We think they use AI to write the letter. What do you guys think? Not that it matters, just kind of further teasing them. Bro.
That's really bad.
This shit is crazy. Like, you could never catch me in a fucking HOA.
No. There's no oversight.
None. And this is really nuts to me because this is another situation with a person who is not part of an HOA, whose property butts up to an HOA, being trolled by that HOA. And it's like, they're fucking trespassing. Like, it's fucked up what they're doing.
God.
This is from Vlad666. HOA wants a war. I live in a rural area on a family farm. The farm next to ours was sold to a developer who built a bunch of mini mansions that have an HOA. Very, very, very common. Now the mini mansions back up to my family farm. I get letters every week from the HOA complaining about the tractor sitting in the field at the front of my property where it can be seen from the street.
It's a farm.
Yeah, it literally says, we're working that field and the tractor is necessary. I've had them complain about my barns, outbuildings, the sound of the large tractor when I'm seeding, and once my grandfather even saw some people he didn't recognize checking out the barn, he went out with his double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun to see what they were up to. Oh. They were, quote-unquote, HOA inspectors who declared their, quote, right to inspect the building to make sure it met HOA rules. Bitch, that's not your fucking property, and it's not part of the HOA.
Oh, my God.
My grandfather is not politically correct, and I was pleased he restrained himself from using the buckshot to register his opinion of these trespassers. And yes, Our property is fenced and posted. So they really trespassed. They climbed a fence or found their way around a fence to get onto that property.
That's so creepy. It reminds me of that scary movie. Is it called about the people who they're just standing outside watching?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ones with the masks, the home invasion movie.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But they're
Very
just lurking outside.
Yeah.
No, that's such an invasion. I don't like that.
Yeah, and you're in America. It's kind of a miracle you didn't get shot. Probably because they were white.
Yeah.
I was informed by the HOA that they were going to fine me $1,000 a day until the offending striations and machinery were removed. I informed them that myself and my property are not part of the HOA, and if their inspectors set foot on my property again, I would have them arrested or let my grandfather loose with his double barrel. They went nuts and called the county.
Grandpa loose.
Let Grandpa loose. We'll let him out. They went nuts and called the county sheriff's office.
He ain't trained.
He ain't trained. Having lived here for generations, I know the sheriff personally.
Of course you do.
He came out and asked me what was going on, and I told him. He also visited the HOA and heard their demands that he take immediate action to protect their inspectors. They were less than happy when he informed them that since my property is posted and fenced, I was well within my rights to not allow them on my land. Also, because of our livestock, a 12 gauge is not unreasonable because of predators. He also informed them that as I am not a member of the HOA, I have no requirement to allow them on my land, and if he gets another call, he will arrest the inspectors for criminal trespass.
Inspectors, the self-appointed HOA inspectors.
It's just, Kyle and Karen from down the fucking block poking around on your old barn.
It's mini ice.
Yeah, I have since been sent another letter from the HOA's lawyer telling me to cease and desist all farm operations until they get a court date because they are suing me for, quote, damaging the value of their property. I forwarded it to my lawyer, who, after he got done laughing, was amazed. First, because a court has to issue a case and desist order. Like, you can't just on your own just send a cease and that's not how it works.
Oh my God.
And secondly, we've been here farming for 4 generations. I've spoken with the HOA board and told them to leave us alone or we'll be more than happy to play our lawyer is better than your lawyer. I was informed that the developer of their property assured them that I would be selling my land for development to their developer organization.
Oh, that's sick.
That has since, quote, dissolved into the ether. So they're harassing him because they want his land, is what they're doing.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. They were more than a little surprised when I told them that we're currently training the 5th generation to take over the farm, and we have no intention of selling our farm, period. Seems the developer left them with the impression that I was selling my property to be developed like my neighbors had been, only to make his money and run. God have mercy on overzealous HOAs. Can you imagine? So somebody in the comments, the Jersey guy says, you need to start raising pigs immediately. They just reek.
Roosters. This chicken smells so bad. And the roosters would be so loud.
Stinkiest possible fucking animals. This will definitely get their undivided attention and respect. Then when you offer to have them purchase your hog farming operation, letting them know they can close it down for a good price, they will pay and then shut up if they're even half-wits. But I bet they're not. Yeah, pig farm, that's the way to go. Have fun with it. I would be like, hell fucking yeah, I'm going to get pigs and goats and chickens. It's incredible. All right, I've got one more for you, but these were just too fucking good. I love them so much. I just love seeing an HOA win, I mean, like an anti-HOA win, sorry.
Right, yeah.
Not an HOA win. Okay, this is from user temporary witness 735 from 2 months ago. HOA Karen tries to ban Halloween.
Oh, no. Bitch, sit down.
Sit the fuck down. I live in an HOA community, obviously. For 25 years, our HOA president was a retired shoe cobbler and Korean War veteran. Everything was chill. No one ever got a notice or a warning. The HOA meeting consisted of him stating, anyone have any questions? No? Okay, let's eat. And then we all had Cracker Barrel that he paid for.
Cute.
I would pick different food, but that's a chill HOA.
Very.
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, dig in. Cheers.
I brought the mac and cheese.
Oh, yum. Halloween, everyone went all out. This is so cute. The whole neighborhood got to participate and enjoy it. Skeletons and vampires and all sorts of lawn decors. It was a huge event, and even the local special needs school would bring the kids to go trick-or-treating.
Aww.
Well, he died, and his replacement was a 35-year-old woman from out of state.
Oh, no.
We all thought she was cool, but it turns out it was an act. She was a batshit Christian nutjob, and I'm a Christian, but this woman was totally a cultist. She decreed that Halloween was satanic and was banned. That did not go over so well at the next HOA meeting, and a vote took place to remove her. She's out. How dare you try to take Halloween from us?
No.
She threatened to have everyone arrested and actually called the cops. Needless to say, the police arrived and laughed, and she was removed. She sold her house for a loss and moved away.
Oh, don't fuck with Halloween.
No. From my cold, dead hands, will you take my door skeleton?
No shit.
My door skeleton went up 2 weeks ago. Okay?
Oh, I put mine up yesterday.
I love it.
But also, I already told you this. I was wearing my Ouija board sweatshirt
Yes,
at
ma'am.
Home Depot yesterday.
Yes, you
And
were.
the Home Depot cashier lady, she just had the look. I knew
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
who she voted for.
Oh, yeah.
And she just looked, she was staring at my sweatshirt. And she was like, have you ever used a Ouija board? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, a bunch.
And she was like, did it work for you? And the guy
Sure
behind her
did.
just goes, of course it didn't. And I said, yeah, it did. But I think one of my friends was pushing the thing around and he was like, of course she was.
Oh,
I was
my
like, okay.
God.
I wish I would have said, it's not my favorite way to summon the devil.
No.
And just walked away.
Or you've clearly done worse. You're still here on Rapture Day, bitch.
It was Rapture Day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this ends with the new HOA president, an elderly black man, issued a decree that from now on, the HOA president did not have the power to cancel events, and it must be voted on by the community. He also shortened the term of serving as HOA president to 2 years and outlawed the HOA from imposing monetary fines for minor infractions.
Good.
What a king.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what
not
I'm
all
saying.
bad.
No, and
But
it
the
doesn't.
bad ones are really bad because people are awful.
Right. And also, I mean, let's be real. Anything that is founded on and rooted in racism and exclusion of historically marginalized communities is going to continue to be manipulated to do exactly that. Mm-hmm. And, it's doing what it was built to do. It's just doing it to, people who also look like you and me, not just only black and brown and Asian and Jewish people,
Yeah.
So
It's a microcosm.
lesson fucking learned. But while I don't have any photos because people obviously in these Reddit posts are not going to post where they live. But I did find on one of these posts a flag that a bunch of people commented that they'd put up in their yards. That is just a black flag that says defund the HOA. So yeah, I found a picture of somebody who erected a massive flagpole with a huge defund the HOA flag, and I put it on the drive for you because I thought it was so fucking funny.
Oh, it's so big.
It's huge. Anyway, that's my case.
Well, it's good timing because, yeah, that's it.
I love it.
Definitely learned a lot about. I knew people hated HOAs, but they're there for a reason. But turns out the reason is sort of bullshit. They probably could have found a way around the water runoff situation.
Probably.
Well, thank you to our fan pickers, Kristen and Carrie. I'm going to go with Carrie.
Carrie.
And shout out to Chuck Storla one more time, author of Murder, 2 Doors Down.
Check it out.
That
It has the cutest
is
cover.
That gets released as of this episode next week on the 14th, I think.
Oh, fantastic.
So you can still pre-order it.
Hell
it's so
yeah.
cute.
So cute. Congratulations to Chuck. God bless
Yep.
him.
Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos, sources, and other resources, head to wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, check out our premium channel at wineandcrimepodcast.com/uncorked. Cheers!